Guys said it was a good practice yesterday.
Yeah, it was. I mean, but we've, you know, the ability to go in a game and have a competitive spirit and battle. That's what this will all come back to. Do you want it worse than the other guy? Do you want the ball worse than he does? Do you want to stop him from scoring worse than he wants to score on you? Then that's been lost in all this, and that's what I'm trying to get through to these guys. The bottom line, I mean, it's not a scheme or, you know, their press would hurt you. The press helped us. The press didn't hurt us. The press helped us. At the end of the day, can you make a tough layup that they're making and ones, or do you miss them all? Are you going to come up with balls? And that's, you know, we practiced and did a little bit rougher and scrimmaged a little bit more. Normally this time of the season I won't do that, but, you know, this team needs some different things.
So will those guys have to get sick of losing? You sense
Just get sick of where you are as a player, too.
Can you sense that? I mean,
I don't know. We'll see. We will see. You know, I said one of the best things for all of us is when you realize that you can change your attitude and you can change your habits. You can. Now, you may not choose to because it's hard and it's uncomfortable. It maybe embarrasses you that what you were doing was wrong, so you got to change. But when you do change your habits and you do change your attitude, your life changes. Ask Josh Harrelson. Ask DeAndre Liggins. Your life changes. If you choose not to change, and then you're looking either for self-pity or blame, I keep telling them, do you know why no one cares about your problems? Because they got their own problems. They don't care about your problems. Do you understand no one feels bad for you? They may, yeah, feel bad. Hey, have a good day. They got their own stuff going on. So I'm just trying to, this is more than basketball. You're teaching life skills, and I told them not everything's going to be rosy. I mean, we went through this a couple years ago, but that team changed. That team changed.
Is Kyle an example of
Great.
somebody who's changing?
Yeah. Well, I asked Kyle what happened in front of his teammates. Why did you change? He said, because I was mad at how I was playing. I was embarrassed. I publicly talked about him after the Vanderbilt game. Why did I do it? Because I wasn't getting any change just talking to him and the team. I've done that with a couple other guys. Well, you shouldn't say things publicly about guys. I'm not deriding them. I'm just making it factual that if you look, this is what they're doing, and we need that to change. He changed. So, you know, and what changed, I asked the guys, well, what changed for him? He's like an animal in practice, just an animal. Whose is this? Go ahead.
how's Willie?
I didn't see Willie today. I saw him at breakfast, and he was walking and good and all that stuff, but we'll see.
Is he working out? Is he working with you guys?
He's not, he did not practice yesterday, no.
Cal, you're the national spokesman for the Coaches versus Cancer, I believe.
I think one of them.
What does
Well,
that mean?
you know, here's what I would say to you, that one, you're put in a position when you're the coach of Kentucky that you can move people for good or you can stay in your office. I've said it many times. They asked me to do this, and I got a lot on my plate, and we've done a lot of stuff for a lot of different things. But my mother died of cancer. Both of my grandmothers had a form of blood, quote, cancer, and both passed away from cancer. And it's something that that I look at and I just say, if we can help here at the University of Kentucky, if that makes a difference in that cause, you can text, I think, to Coach 20222, and it's $5 to cancer. And you know, again, the Big Blue Nation, you know, charitable, compassionate, you know, spiritual. It's so many good things, and I think that's why they've asked me to do it, is to engage the Big Blue Nation, and I think it's something that is good.
Julius said that the NCAA tournament resume is in the back of his mind. Would you prefer guys not think about that, or know what's at stake?
We don't. All we have to worry about is getting better. If we don't change, we don't have to worry about all that. If we change, we don't have to worry about all that.
John, you talked about Kyle being an animal. I mean, what
dunking every ball, screaming on dunks, sprinting up and down the floor, blocking out, going and grabbing rebounds in traffic. He's an animal right now. Screaming on dunks, trying to get Alex to scream on dunks, screaming for Alex when Alex dunks. So, yeah.
How much does that give you hope that you can see anybody make that kind of change? I mean,
They just have to
strike you as the guy.
if you're delusional, you're not going to change. Delusional guys don't change. They just think that I'm good, my stuff is right, that's somebody else. If you're delusional, you don't change. We just have to have guys go out and accept where they are right now, where we are as a team, where they are as an individual player, what the team needs from them. I told them yesterday, success, wins and losses will come and go. You're defined by your effort and all those things. The success you have is peace of mind, and the John Woodenism, knowing in your heart of hearts you've done everything you could, you've worked as hard as you could for yourself and your team. You have peace of mind. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're the last one in that gym, if you know you're not giving everything, you're never going to have peace of mind even if we win. The whole point of what we try to do as coaches is to get guys to understand what we teach you transfers to anything you do in life. Just like in life, in basketball, you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. And so I'm just slowly but surely trying to get through and get guys to accept and surrender to each other and all those things. We still don't trust each other. Late in the game when it gets hairy, you don't trust that the other guy's near you or he's not doing what he's doing because we're not talking enough, or a guy's not hustling, or a guy get beat to a ball, or we'll leave our feet, or we'll foul. I mean, we just don't trust each other. Again, we're still into our own selves, and that's what we're working on. You got to get out of your own self's way. It is so much easier in basketball and in life when you play for everyone else instead of play for yourself. If you're working for everyone else and don't worry about yourself, life becomes easy. And for these guys, it's a really hard game. The game is really hard because they're all trying to play for themselves, and how do I look? If I miss a shot, I may give up 3 goals and a rebound, but that's just where I am right now. And that's what we're trying to slowly change. And we thought Auburn, okay, we got it, we figured it out, but it's going to be a process. And I think we got great kids who want to do well. There's nobody to mimic. There's no one, like, we need some guys to sit right now. There's some guys that should not be playing but about 4 or 5 minutes that are playing 30. They really don't deserve to be on the court, but where we are right now, they've got to be out there. Or, you know, we got to sit them and take the consequences, which is the next step.
Last question.
John, can I ask you about Kyle and putting in at the elbow against a zone? How important that spot is in terms of making a play, a shot, pass?
Well, that's usually the area that if you can get it there versus zone to a guy that can play. A lot of times we'll put a guy in there that's not a playmaker, not a scorer, then they don't have to play him. But if they got to play that guy, it makes everybody else's job a lot easier. And he's comfortable in there. He wants the ball in there. All right, thanks.